What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another edition of Tony Tweeted What? If you haven't seen it before, well, allow me to explain. It's pretty simple, honestly. It's the Multiversus news roundup. Any little news stories that may have flown under the radar within the past 7 days, I'll put them all into one convenient little video for you guys. So we got quite a few topics to get to in today's news roundup. So let's start with this one. This one I didn't cover in last week's news roundup because timing-wise, it kind of it didn't quite fit in, but this was really early. This was about 7 days ago. But Angry Joe tweeted out at Tony. I think a lot of people might know who Angry Joe is, but he tweeted this out. Tony, the game has been out for a little while now in Season 1. When is the shop and the other grayed out thing going to actually open up? I really want to see my boy Black Lantern Superman already, so what's the holdup? So yeah. The guild and the in-game shop are still grayed out on the main menu, so are we getting an update? What's going on with that? And Tony did tell him that, hi, the team is working to get guilds and the store going, but it'll still be a little bit out. Our main focus is the core system, stability and bug fixes. The patch next week, meaning like this week, will be one of our biggest ones yet, which adds a lot of cool things. But we're getting closer every day. So just to so there's no confusion, guilds and the store are not a part of this big patch. They're still in the works. It's just the patch that is coming out in a couple days is still massive, and there's still other cool things in there. So I don't know. Maybe we finally get ranked mode. I'm just kind of speculating out loud. Maybe we get arcade mode. I'm not quite sure, but guilds and the store feature are still coming. At some point, they got priorities in other areas of the game as of right now. Topic number 2. This one is about the total number, the final character count. What is the final roster character number count going to be? Well, that was actually like the question. So, yeah. Tony, is there a number envisioned for the final roster count yet? Now, Tony's been getting this question ever since Multiversus was officially revealed last November, and he's always answered the question, and he always answers it the same way, and he does again right here where he says, no limit. There is no limit for the roster. We'll keep making characters as long as players want and support us. I mean, heck, they got 20 million downloads within like the first month of the open beta being out, so I'm sure that they're going to have a pretty constant, steady player base that they can keep around as long as there's new content coming out. I mean, as long as we're coming back, then I guess the player base is there, which means the player base is supporting PFG and Multiverses, which means Multiverses will keep making us new content, which means then the players it's a whole cycle, and it just makes sense. So yeah, there's no limit, which is really good to hear. So yeah, hopefully one day you get your most wanted character in Multiverses, if they somehow already aren't in. Topic number 3. Taz buffs. Taz buffs are coming, but what kind of buffs? Like, how many buffs? Is it going to be a small buff? Like, what's happening here? So here's the question on Twitter. Bro, fix Taz. My God, bro. He does no damage. I literally getting people to 200 damage, and they are not dying. He has no kill moves because people want to try about his moveset. I think they mean cry about his moveset, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Taz is a little underpowered. I think we can all agree on that one. I mean, I played Taz from time to time. He was my main at one point, and then he kind of got nerfed and stuff like that. But I still play him from time to time, and yeah, he could use some buffs. So what is Tony's response? Tony says, the build next week, meaning like in 2 days on Thursday, as long as it doesn't get delayed again. But the build next week, Taz will have significant buffs. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't say exactly what those buffs are, but Taz is getting some buffs. So any of you Taz players out there, all 3 of us, hey, Taz is getting some buffs. So hopefully they're pretty good. Hopefully they add maybe a little bit more knockback, maybe a little bit more power, something, I don't know. But yeah, either way, Taz getting some nice buffs in a couple days. Topic number 4, patch notes. Well, I don't have the actual patch notes, but that's the question, right? So, Tony, Any hopes for a patch note, like tonight, meaning like late last night when you're watching this video on Tuesday? So any hopes for patch notes tonight, or did the update get moved to Thursday with Gizmo? In the video that we did yesterday, it was confirmed by Tony through a DM that yes, the patch notes as well as Gizmo got delayed till Thursday, so we do got to wait a couple more days for the patch. But what about the patch notes? Can we expect those maybe tonight on Tuesday or maybe Wednesday or something, or do we got to wait till Thursday when the game updates? Well, Tony does tell us the design team has been working on the patch notes, so probably early this week we'll get those patch notes. Hopefully a bit of time before the patch so everyone can digest a bit. It's a big patch, so yeah, maybe we do get the patch notes sometime today or maybe Wednesday, so we can get like a 1 or 2 full days to, like he says, digest the whole thing. So he says it's a big patch, and I'm very curious to see what all is in here. We'll probably hear about the new character rotation. We'll hear about maybe some perk buffs and nerfs, character changes, balance changes, stuff like that. Maybe there's a new mode, like we said, maybe arcade, maybe ranked mode's finally coming. I don't know. Gizmo's obviously coming into the game as well, so it's going to be a big one. We'll see what other surprises they have, but we should be getting those patch notes just a bit, maybe a couple days before the actual patch drops. Topic number 5, new voice lines, but for BMO. Okay, sure, there's new voice lines. I mean, look, there's a positive in here. I mean, there's multiple positive things out of here. But here's the tweet directly from Tony. The new build this week, again, the one that should be coming Thursday, but the new build this week will have new BMO voice lines from voice actor Nikki Yang. More reason to select a BMO if you're playing as Finn, so that's kind of interesting. BMO's getting some unique voice lines. Interesting. So maybe, another positive thing that this could lead to. Maybe a character like Morty. Like, I know Justin hasn't been able to record new actual unique dialogue for Morty for Multiverses. They literally took all of Morty's stuff and ripped it straight from the show itself. So, I mean, it gives us hope for the future, right? It's not like it's just going to stay there forever. So, yeah, new voice lines for BMO, I guess. That's cool. And it does give us hope for other characters in the future, I guess. Topic number 6, all about that Morty. Again, yeah, hey, we talked about Morty just a little bit ago, and, we're going to talk about him again. But this time, it's kind of, the question is, what is Morty? Specifically, what character class is Morty? So Tony actually ran a really fun poll on Twitter a few days ago, and he basically asked, is Multiversus Morty a bruiser or a mage or a support character? And you can see the poll results. I don't think these are final. I think the poll's still going on. But maybe it is the final results. Oh, it does say final results right there. Okay, there you go. But it looks like, nonetheless, Morty seems to be a mage, and a majority of the player base has eyes. So looks like they could be changing Morty from a bruiser to a mage. On a side note, I think Morty isn't a mage specifically. I think he's like more of a different kind of character class than they have currently in game. I think he's like a 6 class. He's like a utility kind of. He has like different aspects from a few different character classes. So he's like a mashup, a mix and match of a few. Maybe he's got some elements of bruiser. He does seem like a mage in some aspects, but he also kind of seems like a support. So I think like he does seem like a utility type of character. So I don't know, just kind of my thought. But yeah, it looks like Morty is going to be changing character classes. And the last topic of the video is all about Gizmo and Gizmo's alternate costumes, skins. Okay, so Tony, again, kind of like with the Morty poll, he just kind of like flat out asked the Multiverses community, any ideas for Gizmo skins? Hashtag Multiverses. So voice crack right there, cool. But looks like Tony's taking some ideas, and we'll see what kind of gets added. So if you have a Twitter, go over to Tony, find this tweet and give him some ideas, or just flat out tweet at Tony, say, hey, here's an idea for a Gizmo costume. So if you're big into Gremlins and you have an idea for a skin that you would like to see, let him know, because maybe eventually that makes it into the game. So, I mean, he's asking for ideas after all. Either way, that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's kind of a lesser news week, just more of definitely more on the fun side of things, nothing super major. But we do got the major patch notes, the massive patch notes to look forward to on Thursday. But we might get the patch notes maybe today or maybe Wednesday. Hopefully a day before so we can all digest it. But that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.